The Garden Report is brought to you by FanDuel, the exclusive wagering partner of the CLNS Media Network.
And I'll be
here's
sold.
another one. Here's another one. Here's one Jimmy Toscano likes.
This is my trade, and yes, this has the star factor. This is like probably a trade that everyone's going to bash.
And this is if Charlotte takes Scoot and says, you know, I'm going to move on from LaMelo. Certain aspects of his game I don't love. Yeah. I don't know if I want to pay him. Maybe these guys want to pay him. Now you've got to decide whether you want to pay LaMelo versus pay Jaylen, you know, like, and again, he's only getting a second deal, not a third.
Well, that's the key, right?
So it's a different story.
It's probably not Washington either.
It's not. I was messing around with money there.
The key is Ball, right? So you get a bigger guard, a guy that, you know, talk about a guy who can't stay healthy. He hasn't been able to stay healthy either, but I think some of that stuff's been fluky. Sprained ankles, things like that. Listen, I did not like LaMelo Ball at all coming into you know his career. I thought he was completely overrated. I thought he was a guy that was just in it for the show. But I've been pretty impressed with his game when he is on and when he is healthy. I think he is the right style point guard for this team. I think him and Tatum would be unbelievable together. They'd put on a show. They'd be entertaining as hell, and I think they'd win games. And this is a trade that I think a guy like Wick would like because LaMelo Ball is going to put asses in the seats more than Anthony Simons is going to. So this is a trade that, listen, if Jaylen Brown makes it obvious that he's not re-signing or if he doesn't want to be here, or if the Celtics say, listen, we have to trade this guy and LaMelo Ball is available, I would be stunned if there's a better deal out there. Stunned, because I think LaMelo Ball, he does have all-star potential. And John just said you don't think you're going to be getting a guy that can have perennial all-star potential. I think Ball has that. He just has to stay on the court. And so I think that would be that's more of a fun one, but I think there's a slim chance that it could be.
What did you want? You wanted us to preview Game 3 of the NBA Finals between the Celtics and the Nuggets? Like, fuck.
Yeah, I don't see this Hornets trade happening. The money's tricky here.
Play ball, dude. You know, let's go. It's not that. Forget the money. It's the players. It's the players. You like the players. You know.
I think there's a trade both teams. I think it's a trade both teams say no to probably. The Portland one's interesting though.
Don't piss on my trade, Bobby. Say more. Say something else.
The Portland one is extremely intriguing. I'm telling you right now.
Just because I think
you are actually not going to.
Yes.
You're not going to like Simons is going to fill that secondary scoring role in a way that someone who's a secondary scorer should, without the concern of like, did I get him enough shots and this and that at a fraction of the price? Yeah. You're gonna get 80% of the production, 80, you know, and possibly more if he's, you know, whatever. 80% of the production, 90% of the production at 40% of the cost. So of what he's ultimately going to cost, so half the cost. That's the deal. That's why you make it. And plus, you could be getting a star if you're able to get that third pick. If that's out there, it's a hard one to.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, John.
You could win that. You could win that pick in such a. You could win that trade. Of course, you can lose it. That trade could be historically good. You know, like you have a shot at like just blowing the roof off of it.
It could set you back in the short term, though, for sure.
That's what I mean.
And you don't know who will be there.
Most of these do.
But my philosophy is you have to, at this point, if you're considering traded Brown, you're not worried about next year. You're worried about building around Tatum's prime and his next contract.
Right.
So what you want is in 2 years, if you're treading water or take half a step back, you know, you're still a team that's competing you're competing in the East no matter what. You're building for that prime. You have to be able to be well positioned there to put the best team around Tatum if you've decided you're not moving on with the duo. If you move on with the duo, you're basically saying these two and whoever I put around them will be good enough.
New customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's bonus bets back if your first bet doesn't win.